In this video I am going to run through how to turn word equations into balanced symbol equations. I'm going to assume that you are comfortable writing the formula of ionic compounds. If you are not, please go back and watch the other video because I'm not going to be going through that again here. So first equation I've got sodium plus chlorine goes to sodium chloride. First question you need to ask yourself is, do I have an element or do I have a compound? Sodium by itself is an element, chlorine by itself is an element, but sodium chloride is a compound. If you've got an element, writing the symbol is very straightforward. You go to your periodic table, you find sodium, you see the symbol is Na. Then you ask yourself, is this element diatomic? I've written a list of the diatomic elements here. You can see that sodium is not included, so I don't need to add it too. Next element I've got is chlorine. It's got the symbol Cl. I check my list. Chlorine is included. All of the group 7 elements are, so I need to write Cl2 next to chlorine. Then I get to the other side of the equation. I've got sodium chloride. This is a compound. If it's a compound, an ionic compound, you need to work out the formula using the charges. Sodium's in group 1 and has a +1 charge. Chlorine's in group 7 and has a -1 charge. +1, -1 cancel out. The formula is NaCl. You cannot just take the Na and the Cl2 and whack them together. You have to work out the formula of the compound independently from what you had on the left hand side, and I get NaCl. When you're writing down your final answer, make sure it does not have charges. You can use the charges to work out the formula of the ionic compound, but do not include them in your final answer. This equation is unbalanced. I've got 1 sodium on each side, but I've got 2 chlorines on the left and only 1 on the right. To balance, I use big numbers. I put the big number in front. Now I've got 2 chlorines on each side, but by putting the 2 there, I've also changed the number of sodiums. I've got 2 sodiums on the right. I need to have 2 sodiums on the left. Now I've got a balanced equation. The next one I'll do is magnesium plus bromine. Magnesium is an element, bromine is an element, magnesium bromide is a compound. Magnesium is in group 2, the symbol is Mg, it's not diatomic. Bromine is in group 7, the symbol is Br, it is diatomic. Then I get over to the other side, magnesium bromide. This is an ionic compound, I need to work it out using the charges. Magnesium's in group 2 with a +2 charge, bromine's in group 7 with a -1 charge. +2, -1, they do not cancel out, so I need to have 2 bromines for every 1 magnesium so that those charges cancel. 1 magnesium on each side, 2 bromines, those charges immediately cancel. Sorry, that equation is balanced, I don't need to do anything else. Magnesium plus oxygen goes to magnesium oxide. Magnesium is an element with the symbol Mg. Oxygen is an element with the symbol O. Oxygen is diatomic, I added 2. Get over to magnesium oxide, that is a compound. I need to work out the formula using my charges. Magnesium's in group 2, it's +2. Oxygen's in group 6, it's -2. +2, -2, those charges cancel. I don't need to add any numbers. The formula is MgO. Again, I'm working this out independently from the left-hand side. I can't just take the Mg and the O2 and whack it together. It's not balanced. I've got 1 magnesium on each side, but I've got 2 oxygens here and only 1 oxygen here. I'm going to need to put a large 2 in the front so that I've got 2 oxygens on each side. I've also changed the number of magnesiums, so I need to do that on the left. I'll do one more and then you will do some yourself. Lithium is an element, the symbol is Li. Oxygen is an element, the symbol is O. Oxygen is diatomic, so I add my 2. On the other side I've got my compound, lithium oxide. I need to work this out using charges. Lithium's in group 1 with a +1 charge. Oxygen's in group 6 with a -2 charge. To get these charges to cancel out, I need 2 lithiums for every 1 oxygen. The formula is then going to be Li2O. Balancing this, I've got 2 oxygens on the left. I've only got 1 oxygen on the right, so I'm going to put a big 2 in front. Now I've got 2 times 2, 4 lithiums on the right. To have 4 lithiums on the left, I need to put a big 4. If you tried to balance the lithiums first, that's fine. You would have put a 2 there. But then when you balance the oxygen, you would have had to go back and change that 2 to a 4. So it's not obvious which one to necessarily do first. Sometimes it's trial and error. You'll balance it, then have to go back and change your answer. Have a go at doing 5, 6. Just do 5 and 6 yourself. Press pause, do the equations, and press play when you're ready to see the answer. These two are actually slightly harder from a balancing point of view, all right? But you've got aluminium, you've got chlorine, which is diatomic. The formula for aluminium chloride is AlCl3. Aluminium is in group 3, chlorine is in group 7. To balance the chlorines, I saw I had 2 on this side and 3 on this side. So 6 is going to be your lowest common denominator. 3 times 2 is 6 chlorines, and then 2 times 3 is 6 chlorines, and then I need to put the 2 on the other side from the aluminium. Aluminium oxide has the formula Al2O3. Again, if you're not sure why, go back and look at the ionic compounds video. Once I've got it written, to balance it, again, I'm going to be using 6. I've got 2 oxygens on the left and 3 on the right. So I'm going to put a 3 in front of the O2 and then a 2 in front of the O3 to give me 6 oxygens on each side. In doing so, I end up with 4 aluminiums, so I need 4 aluminiums. If you have a look at the next one, the next 2 are slightly different, just in the fact that I've got elements and compounds on both sides, but it doesn't change our approach. Chlorine is an element, it is diatomic, so I write it down as Cl2. Sodium bromide is a compound, so I need to work this out using my charges, alright? Sodium is in group 1, it's got a +1 charge. Bromine's in group 7 with a -1 charge. Those charges immediately cancel, I get NaBr. I get to the other side, I've got another compound, sodium chloride. I need to work it out using my charges. Na is +1, Cl is -1. Those charges cancel. Then I get to bromine at the end. Bromine is an element. I write down the formula. It is diatomic, so I write down my 2. 2 chlorines on the left. I need 2 chlorines on the right. 2 bromines on the right. I need 2 bromines on the left. I end up with 2 sodiums on each side. Everything is balanced. Number 8, have a go at yourself. It's exactly the same as the one above. You've got element, compound, compound, element. The 2 compounds work out using charges. The 2 elements, you'll notice, are both on the diatomic list. And there's your answer. It's the same as the one above. If we have a look here at 9 and 10, again, if you haven't watched my ionic compound video, please do so if you're not sure how to work this out. All right. Iron is an element. It's got the symbol Fe. I'm reacting with oxygen, which is an element, and it's diatomic. I get to the other side, and you see here I've got written iron 2 oxide. That tells me that there is a 2+ charge on the iron, and I know oxygen, being in group 6, has a -2 charge. Those immediately cancel out, so I get FeO as my formula for iron oxide. 2 oxygens on the left, I need 2 oxygens on the right. I'll also need to put a 2 in front of the iron. Have a go at doing the same thing for number 10. Copper plus oxygen goes to copper 1 oxide. Press pause and have a go. So there's your answer for number 10. Because I've got copper 1 oxide, I've got a +1 charge on copper. I need 2 coppers to cancel out the -2 charge on oxygen. So my formula is just Cu2O. And then to go back and balance, 2 oxygens on each side. And then I've got 4 coppers on each side. The next one I've got here is slightly different. Question 13. I've got oxygen plus hydrogen goes to water. Oxygen is an element, its symbol is O2. Hydrogen is an element, its symbol is H2. It is diatomic. And then I get to water. Now, water is not ionic. You are expected to know that the formula for ionic is H2O, so it's covalent. And with the covalent molecules, you're expected to know the common ones, such as water, ammonia, and methane. And then the others you can typically work out from the name itself. So in this case, water, you're expected to know is H2O. Once you've written it, you're then going to balance it. 2 oxygens on the left. I need 2 oxygens on the right. That gives me 4 hydrogens on the right, and there's 4 hydrogens on the left. 14. Carbon is an element, it's got the symbol C. Chlorine is an element and it's diatomic, it's got the symbol Cl. Carbon tetrachloride, now to be honest, they do typically give you this, but the tetra means 4. Mon is 1, di is 2, tri is 3, tetra is 4. So this is carbon bonded to 4 chlorines. So it's C with 4 chlorines, CCl4, carbon tetrachloride. I've got 2 chlorines on the left. I need to have 4, so I need to put a big 2 there, and I've got 4 chlorines on each side. Have a go at doing 15 and 16. Do carbon plus bromine goes to carbon tetrabromide, and nitrogen plus oxygen goes to nitrogen dioxide. Again, these are both covalent, so you're not going to be using charges. You're going to be using the name to work out the formula. Okay, and there's the answers here. Tetrabromide, again, it means carbon and 4 bromines. Other than that, it's the same as the one above. Nitrogen is diatomic, oxygen is diatomic. You're forming nitrogen dioxide. So nitrogen with 2 oxygens. Carbon dioxide is CO2, nitrogen dioxide, NO2. And then I go back and I balance it. The next questions similar, but maybe just a little bit harder. These are questions involving acids. So if I look here, scroll over my sheet, questions 17 and 18 first. I've got lithium plus hydrochloric acid goes to lithium, chloride and hydrogen. So I'll do the first one with you and get you to do the next one yourself. So lithium has the symbol Li. It's an element, it's not diatomic. Hydrochloric acid, you are expected to know, has the formula HCl. Lithium chloride, this is a compound, and I need to work it out using the charges because it's ionic. Lithium is +1, chlorine is -1. It works out as being LiCl. Hydrogen is an element, and it's a diatomic element, so it's going to be H2. 2 hydrogens on the right, I need 2 hydrogens on the left. By putting the 2 there, I've changed the number of chlorines, so I'm going to need to put a big 2 there. By putting a 2 there, I've changed the number of lithiums, so I'll need to put a big 2 there. Now it is balanced. Have a go at doing number 18 yourself. Press pause, have a go, press play for the answer. Okay, there's the answer for 18, the same as above, but I've swapped lithium for sodium. If we have a go at 19, I've got magnesium, Mg, plus hydrochloric acid again, HCl, goes to magnesium chloride. Again, this is an ionic compound. I need to work out the formula using my charges. Magnesium is +2, chlorine is -1, therefore I'll need 2 chlorines. You can work that out for yourself on the side if you need to. Just make sure you don't include your charges in your final answer. And forming hydrogen, it's going to be plus H2. 2 chlorines on the right, I'm going to need 2 on the left. That gives me 2 hydrogens, 1 magnesium, 1 magnesium. Have a go at 20 yourself. This time I've used sulfuric acid. Formula for sulfuric acid is H2SO4. Again, you are expected to know that. Press pause, have a go, and then press play. Right, I was just interrupted. I'm just going to write down the answer, and then I'm done. CaOH2 plus HNO3 goes to CaNO3 times 2 plus H2O. Is that balanced? No. 2 nitrates, 1 calcium, 2 oxygens there. I need 2 there. Okay, I think I've got to pause this. This is going to be your final answer for number 22. Again, if you're struggling with any of these, just rewatch the video and try and do the question before I do the question and just test yourself. I've also put on Show My Homework lots of exam questions, basically every exam question I could find related to writing and balancing equations. So when you're done with this video and you're feeling confident, go and do every single exam question. Equations are worth a lot of marks, and it will really affect your grade if you can't do any of them.